In this episode, I'm building level 1 of Relic Runner and showing off the first 3 completed cards. Well, hello, all of you beautiful people out there in Minecraft land. How are you today? I am fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. That's me. My name is Vid. Welcome back to another very exciting episode on the IgnitorSMP server. I feel like it has been a while since I've been on the server. It's only been a while because I haven't made a video in a couple weeks with house, with moving, with all of that other fine stuff. But I'm back. I am back and ready to resume making videos. With all of the work I'm doing with my house, I'm still pretty busy, but I think I am able to make a video at least every 14 days. I'm going to try to do weekly videos as well, but if I slow down a little bit and miss a week, you can be assured that I will have a video the following week for sure. But anyway, here I am inside of my actual Relic Runner game, which is what I'm going to be working on today. If you missed it, just in case you missed it, we just had a live stream weekend. For me, that was yesterday. For you, that was about a week ago. Because, yeah, it was last weekend and I published my videos on Saturdays. And yeah, it was a smashing success. We actually all really enjoyed the weekend and we've been talking about it. We're probably going to do it again. Not anywhere in the immediate future, but probably soon-ish. And a lot of people who have either never streamed before or don't stream very often were really inspired by the whole concept as well. So we might end up with more live streams from different various Ignitor members as well, which I think is going to be pretty exciting. If you missed my live stream, or I guess even if you caught my live stream, then you will know that what I've been working on was over here. You see, this has gone on for quite a while, where I have the intro to Relic Runner, and I've been talking about these 3 holes, this hole, 1, 2, and 3 holes, that are going to be the entrance to the game and the actual level where you will be running around and getting chased by Ravagers and stuff like that. That happens right in this area right here, but as you can see, there's nothing here. If you remember from a few weeks ago when I talked about how the game works, the yellow level, so everything between that sort of top yellow wool and the bottom yellow wool, that is what will be filled in with the level, and it actually goes around the entire base. I've made a deal with Neatgrease as well, which I think, I don't know if I have a clip of that. If I do, I will show it right now.
Hello!
Hello! I saw you on the Dine map all the way out here in the middle of nowhere mining some terracotta. And I thought I would come and say hello.
Hello!
Also, I have a special request of you.
I don't have red dye for your tie, if that's what you mean.
Nope. Wait, am I still wearing the green tie?
Yeah, you're wearing a green tie.
I'm still wearing a green tie. Gonzo gave me this green tie as a present for my housewarming party. Yeah. No, I actually have something to give you, and I thought you might be able to help me.
I like gifts.
Yeah, I have 2 things for you. There you go.
Oh, these are not the gifts I wanted.
Do you remember, like months ago when we talked about my game and you helping me out with my game and you said you would do some building for me? Well, I'm going to cash in 2 of those like IOU custom biome things so that you can do 1/2. So that's 2 quarters basically of level 1 of my game.
Ooh.
Would you be willing to do that?
I am willing to do that, but it doesn't have to be right away, right? Because, as you know, I'm actually quite busy with building or gathering up materials for the building that we're going to use with it as well.
Ah, nice. No, it's okay. Yeah. You can take some time, like 2 or 3 days is fine.
2 or 3 days.
No, okay, no. That we a couple weeks is fine. Like even like a month is fine. Like I know it's going to take me a while to do my portion of the game, and then I've got a lot of redstone and stuff to do for the game. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do. Plus, I'm still working on cards. I'm still working on programming some redstone bits. There's a lot left to do, but basically, I just wanted to get the building at least underway. At least you can start thinking about it. So that would help me greatly.
Yes.
But yeah, I made a deal with NeatFreeze, so now I have the ability to build the rest of the level that I told myself and her that I'd be working on. And that starts with what's going on over here in my live stream, and that's where I was going with all of this conversation here. In my live stream, what I did was work on the first quarter of the game. And it's going to be pretty simple. It's just just some tunnels and some caves, and I just did some like randomized block paddles and stuff. It's kind of cool. It's not like the most revolutionary, crazy design you've ever seen in the world, but it's also just the very, very beginning of the level. And I think it's going to provide a great play space, and should be lots of fun for at least the first quarter of the level. So I'm going to do my best to actually build that in this episode. But to start with, I actually have a lot of resources to collect. Take a look at this list right here on the screen. This is my material list for the first quarter of the game. 8 stacks of cracked deep slate tiles, 7 3/4 stacks of lots of things, deep slate and bricks and stone bricks and cobblestone and deep slate and mossy bricks and moss. Yeah, I got a lot of things, plus some various things at the end there, some slabs and some soul lanterns and some glow lichen. Not a whole lot of it, but it is stuff that I am going to need to collect, so I'm going to do my best to actually collect all of that stuff, starting right. I'm just going to pop a few shulker boxes down right here. Let's see if I go into auto restock mode, then I can place and place and place. That's one of the coolest features of Tweakaroo, by the way. Auto hand restock allows you just to kind of place from your inventory. I don't know if 5 shulker boxes of materials is going to be enough. Probably not. But this is what I'm going to start to fill, and obviously I haven't done any of it yet. So let's take a look at some of the items on the list. I'm going to need a lot of deep slate. I know I have. Let's see. What do we got here? Okay, we've got some deep slate here, and I know cobbled deep slate. Yeah, I have a lot more cobbled deep slate here. Let me start going through this list and jamming some things into some shulker boxes, and I'll come back and let you know how I am doing. All right, I'm over here at my starter base because this is where I have left my furnaces. And I need to do something. I've got a bunch of things in my inventory here. Some deep slate bricks, some stone bricks, and some deep slate tiles, because I need to make the cracked versions of each of these things. And this is going to be embarrassing. I've never actually made cracked bricks or cracked things before, but I'm pretty sure I know how to make them. And I'm not going to lie, I did not look this up. So I think you just put these things in the furnace. I'm hoping, and I'm going to try it and see what happens. So I have my furnaces here, and these all have a bunch of fuel in them. So let's put deep slate bricks in here, and I think stone bricks in here, and deep slate tiles in here. Yeah, so we've got deep slate tiles, we've got stone bricks, and we've got deep slate bricks. And look at that, cracked deep slate bricks, cracked stone bricks, and cracked deep slate tiles. And no sooner did I figure out how to smelt cracked items, but then I realized I didn't want to stand over at my starter base this whole time. So I figured I better do something about that. So I started a little project back here. Right over here, I have dug out a little bit of a room, and guess what? I am going to put a super smelter in right here. Now, I don't do a heck of a lot of smelting, so I think I'm just going to need something very, very basic for now. So I'm just going to place in some hoppers and then some furnaces and do an absolute basic version of a super smelter here. And that is now absolutely done. Check it out. I've got 32 furnaces, so not an insignificant amount of furnaces, which is good. Should satisfy all of my smelting needs. I've also got a chest chest minecart. Yes, that's what I was trying to say. One on top, that'll be for my stuff to be smelted, and then one kind of lower, that'll be for the fuel itself. For now, I think the fuel is just going to be coal. I know that's not the best fuel source on the planet, but hey, it'll do for now. So let's get some coal loaded up. I'm just going to put 2 stacks of coal in this minecart, and then the minecart should zip across just like that. And hopefully these guys all have 1 piece of coal in at the moment, and when it comes back, it'll have a 2nd piece of coal. Beautiful. And then it'll go back 1 more time. Should have 3 pieces of coal now, and then when it comes back, 4 pieces of coal. And if I stop the minecart when it gets back, should be completely empty. Yeah, so that means each one of these guys now has exactly 4 pieces of coal in it because I gave it 2 stacks. Beautiful. Now I just need to go grab that stuff that needs to be smelted. And now I got that, and pop all of this stuff in here, that, and that. And then we can send it on its way. And hopefully, yeah, beautiful. Look at that. We've got all of our furnaces lit up and smelting away some of this stuff. And yeah, I know it's probably going to back up eventually. This is not the greatest design. I know all of these hoppers aren't going to support all of the massive amounts of stuff that's coming out, but I'm not also going to use this very often. Probably the most I'm ever going to have to smelt is probably like a single double chest of stuff. And yeah, you can see this is just starting to back up right now, but also, look, I'm already getting stuff, and I will admit I moved the stuff from the other place over here as well, but they are coming in. They're coming in at a very fast pace, very slow and steady. I said fast, but slow. Slow and steady, but I'm not going to fill up these hoppers or have any problem with that. So I think this super smelter is going to work just fine for my needs, and now I can think about stocking the rest of the things. Now, one of the things I'm going to need is a lot of mossy variants of some of these things, and I think I need about 14 stacks of moss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I only have 9 and a bit stacks of moss, which means I'm going to need about 5 stacks of moss, which means I'm going to make a trip to the shopping district. Hopefully, somebody in the shopping district sells moss. Ah, yes, I just remembered that this beautiful pagoda building right here sells moss. Do they have any in stock? Oh, yes, they do. Beautiful. This building was actually constructed by Fedora Master, the late, great Fedora Master. Unfortunately, in case you didn't know, you've been living under a rock or something, we did have a member of the server named Fedora Master, and he unfortunately passed away. He had a rare form of cancer, and he passed away a couple weeks ago, which is very unfortunate. We did have a stream weekend dedicated to him, and now he's just left behind these beautiful builds for us. And lucky for us, he also left behind some stock. It's 2 stacks for 1 diamond. I don't know who's ever going to get these profits, but I'm definitely going to buy some of this. And 4 diamonds should get us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stacks of moss. And yes, I just realized I only took 7 stacks. So there, 8 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that was what my 4 diamonds got me. I almost forgot I need glow lichen as well. And where are the glowberries? I don't need glowberries. Do we sell glow lichen? Please, please tell me we sell glow lichen. Yes, glow lichen. 1 diamond per stack. That is a steal and a half. Oh, and even an ender chest. Let's get out our ender chest here. I think I only need like 15 of these or something. But hey, I'll buy a stack of it. Oh yeah, forgot. Diamonds disappear. Oh, that reminds me. This is actually a co-owned shop. I actually have frog lights for sale here. And it looks like, yeah, people have bought them. So let's see if I have some profits. I can't remember how to get underground this thing, but I know the profits are down here somewhere. Oh, this must be it. Right here. All right, here we go. Ochre frog lights, 2 diamonds. Verdant frog lights, 2 diamonds. And pearlescent frog lights, 2 diamonds. Beautiful. Actually, that pretty much paid for my entire shopping trip. And while we're over here, let's just take this opportunity to restock as well. So ochre frog lights go in there, verdant frog lights go in there, and pearlescent frog lights go in here. There we go. And I guess I grabbed too many verdant frog lights. Okay, back to work. And back over here at Relic Runner now, you can see I have the schematic in place, and that means only one thing. It is time to hit that time lapse. time lapse and check it out. I mean, hey, it doesn't look like a whole lot from this angle. Yeah, this is the outside of the level, and obviously you're not going to see it from the outside, but wait till you see it from the inside. Let's just fly right in this hole right here. Check this out. Yeah. This is what the inside of level 1 is going to look like. Just going to sprint around a little bit here to give you a feel for some of this area. And obviously this is how it connects over to the main part that we've designed before. There are 3 passageways, 1, 2, and 3. And this is pretty cool. And the way this works is that you are going to come in, you can choose your way and, you know, run through the dungeon. And of course, there's eventually going to be 2 ways to get out and into the rest of the dungeon as well. This is just, like I said, it's the simple beginning of the dungeon. This is not meant to be anything complicated. I don't know if I will hide any artifacts in this area at all. This is more just like a, you know, easy way to get lost, have a little bit of fun, try to figure out your way through the dungeon. I do have some cool little ideas here, like some, you know, little area you can go up, a little area you can go down. I talked about on stream, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this area. I wasn't actually ever intending to have this area, but there turned out to be like a little extra gap available underneath this area. So maybe I'll make some sort of a special area or secret area or something like that. I've tried to make the entire dungeon area walkable. That is, you don't have to actually run and jump up anything. You should just be able to walk holding down the key. At least in this area right here, there's nothing that's going to prevent you or stop you from having to like jump and anything like that. That's also to help the Ravagers out, because there's going to be Ravagers chasing you as well. And also, what's neat is that it's going to kind of train you that you can just run without having to jump, because there will be parts in the dungeon where you do have to like jump up levels and stuff, and that's, you know, the challenge needs to increase is what I'm saying. But I also wanted to call your attention to something that you might have already noticed down in my inventory. That's right, on my hotbar down there, I have a few things, things that I promised to show off at the end of the last episode. So let's get to a better place to see these things. All right, I am down here at the base of the world in the bottom of my giant hole. If you recall, in a previous episode, I dug a giant hole. This is where I'm keeping my Relic Runner game. This is where a lot of the sort of big redstone components live and stuff like that. Plus, obviously, sound processors down here. But I thought this would be a good place to display the cards as well, as I release them. I figure I'm going to release 1 card a week, maybe more, maybe less. I don't know, about 1 card a week. But this week, I'm going to release more than 1 card. And the reason is because there are 3 very common cards that are basically going to drive the entire way the game works. So let me start putting them on the wall, and then I'll show you exactly what they're all about. So the first thing I'm going to show you is this one. This is the back of the card. All of the cards actually have the same back. This is just a double backer card. I wanted to have this card just by itself so that I could pick it up and put it in an item frame and then use it as a poster, because it looks pretty cool. And I've got it set up so that it takes up about a 2x3 block area as well. So that is the Relic Runner poster, aka the back of the card as well. But the next thing I want to show you is a real card. And here it is right here. This card is called Clock Blocker. As you can see, this card blocks 1 alarm from being generated in the dungeon. I'm going to put that on the wall as well, right there. And it looks just as cool in poster form. And it looks pretty cool when you're holding these cards as well. So actually, let me just grab it off the wall and I'll show you what it looks like when you're holding in third person here. In first person, you can see the name of the card and everything that's on it. In third person, yeah, you can tell you're holding a card for sure. From the front, you can't see the name of the card, but definitely over your shoulder, you can see exactly what card you are holding. So let's put that card on the wall, and as you can see, Clock Blocker, this card blocks 1 alarm from being generated in the dungeon. What does that mean? Well, I'll have to explain that at a later date, because right now, I want to show you the second card. The second card is called Silence, and this card blocks 1 noise from being generated in the dungeon. And there is the second card right there. And then the third card is called treasure, and this card puts 1 treasure in the queue, and that's what the card looks like on the wall. Those are the first 3 cards. They're the most common cards probably that you'll see in the dungeon because basically the way the game works is you're going to be running through the dungeon and you're going to be looking for one thing. You're going to be looking for an artifact or a relic, as we say. You're going to be trying to collect relics, but you're also going to be looking in chests and you're going to be finding drops of treasure and things like that. And the whole idea is you're not going to get treasure in the dungeon unless you have a treasure card. So the treasure card plays, you're going to get a piece of treasure somewhere in the dungeon, possibly more than 1 treasure actually somewhere in the dungeon. But that's what the treasure card does. But also, while you're moving through the dungeon, a couple things are going to happen. You might be generating some noise. You might be passing by shriekers. And if that happens, you're going to generate noise in the dungeon. That can increase your danger level. But if you have the silence card, or if you have cards that block noise from being generated, then you're actually okay. It won't generate a danger level when you generate noise, which is nice. Next card is the clock blocker card, because the other thing that can happen while you're in the dungeon is the timer is ticking. And every 30 seconds, you're going to get some ticks, some alarms being generated. And this card right here is going to block one of those alarms from being generated. Then you have absolutely nothing to worry about if you have lots of those kinds of cards. That is. Anyway, that's the first kind of cards. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, stick around. I'm going to have many, many more episodes. Feel free to like this video and then subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. That way you never miss an episode. If you want to see all of the other Ignitor members, check out their links in the description down below. And if you want to see more videos from me, check out the playlist for all my IgnitorSMP Season 3 episodes. That is linked on the screen right now. There's also a video linked below it that YouTube thinks you might want to see. Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will talk to you in the next episode!